Rocco, how was that for a bounce-back performance for Dallas Keuchel?
That was dynamite. I told him, said from the side, because we sit on the side, we don't get the view of everyone else. I said, seeing where his pitches were starting, seeing where his pitches were finishing, height-wise, I think he just was completely locked in on what he needed, and he felt great. Everything looked very crisp. He had command of basically everything today. It was an all-around, pretty amazing day for him out there on the mound. It was great.
He said something about the conversation you guys had that you asked him, could you go 9? And he said yes, but maybe that was not accurate. It was caffeine.
Yeah.
But were you ready to let him go as long as this was potentially going to take?
Caffeine works, and I know that it's it's in the clubhouse, and no, I wanted to talk to him. Typically, you just leave a guy alone. You let him keep pitching. There's nothing to really talk about. I was very intent on just letting him continue to pitch. That's why he was out there, seeing the lineup again at the top, and so I wanted to talk to him. I told Pete, I said, I'm going to go talk to him, and I went down in the tunnel, and he was very receptive and had a good, quick conversation with him. And I said, is there enough in there where you think, you keep getting outs? Can you go all the way? And he said, I'm riding a good high rate now. I'm feeling pretty good. He goes, yeah, I think I can do that. So I said, good, you're going to keep pitching then. So that was it. That was really the extent of it. But sometimes you just want to know. We had our whole bullpen ready to go, but letting Dallas pitch as long as he was going to go was important to I think, all of us.
What if it had been a walk instead of a double there?
That's a great question. I love that I don't have to go through every single hypothetical and tell everyone what I would have done. That's
but you can't.
One of the luxuries of the, one of the many luxuries of the job. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know exactly what we're going to do until the moment hits. A lot of it has to do with him not having given up a hit. But, you have to use a lot of other judgments, too, at that point. And we all have a responsibility here to do whatever we can to win the ball game, too. And, some things can override some judgments, but that's why you have to keep watching the game. But overall, you can't get a better start than that.
Did last night's result affect that judgment, too, or is it just two different pitching?
With
Sonny and how he had the perfect game into the 6th.
It's pretty nice when your starters are going out there and throwing perfect games into the middle of the ball game. No, that had nothing to do with it. Didn't really cross my mind at all. I was just watching every pitch like everybody else and watching Dallas just continue to execute. And at that point in the game, if he gave up a hit, we had our guys ready to go.
He showed you on TV chatting with him after you took him out for a while. What were you telling him?
A little bit about what I was just saying right here. I mean, a little bit just saying, my God, man, that's a hell of a start. So he should be real pleased, and it's nice to sometimes walk out there to the mound and let the fans show their appreciation for a guy who went out there and did really a great job. And I think that was a nice moment for I think everyone. Really, it means a lot to the whole team when you see a guy get acknowledged like that.
It's been most of this year, but especially the past 3 games, how great has the starting pitching been?
Yep, it's the starting pitching. I'll say something that I've said before, but we talked to them, challenged them a little bit early on, all the way back to spring training, to be a group that led us to wherever we were going to go. We needed great starting pitching. We needed great pitching in general, and those guys have shown up from day one until now, and they'll continue to show up.
He'd been perfect a couple times through 5 innings in his career before, but never this deep into a game. What does it say about him that this happens in year 12, considering what he's done to get back to this point?
It means you're doing something right. I mean that. It really does. It's not by accident that he continues to find ways to get outs, and he's been doing it for over a decade. And he's doing it with, in a way that you see less of in today's game, less than what we used to see. We used to see a lot of guys rely on movement, some deception, strike throwing, being in and out of the zone. playing pitches off of each other really well, and doing it at the lower end of the velocity scale. He's got a different look to him, but it's what makes him good.